Oops. Let me put that on. As the setting sun falls into the darkness in Madison, Wisconsin, the shadows will entice you to dance, and I will invite you down a rabbit hole with me here tonight. For an hour of the unusual, the unexplained, and dare I say it, the unimaginable. I'm eager to begin, so I hope your doors are locked and all your lights are on. Let's get started. It's a great night to be streaming, everybody. Hello and welcome to Squatch Squad Live. This is April 10th, 2021 in Madison, Wisconsin, 6:01 p.m. I am your host. My name is Sandra Pokorney. If this is your first time here, we take these topics seriously. So please respect that. If you act up or misbehave in the chat, you'll be booted out. I got mods that keep their eye out for inappropriate or any kind of bad behavior. So be aware of that. Um, Shout outs to Rosundo, Jojo, and Ricky, Tea Cake, Guitar Hack, Bent Tom, Brendan Butt Cheeks, Janice Lala. Please check out Phoenix and buy her music. Go subscribe to the Jimmy Dore Show. My merch store has some of the dankest designs, so be sure to click that link down below and go shopping for yourself. And if you are feeling kindness and generosity in your heart, please click on that PayPal link. Ladies and gentlemen, my co-host and the star of Show Me Your Pick and Halenville Live, it is Fruitcake Tony.
What's happening?
Hey, man.
Squad.
Squatch Squad.
How's everybody doing?
How is everybody? Happy Saturday.
Yeah,
Thanks
it is
everybody for
Saturday.
being here. Those
Yeah.
that are just tuning in, thank you. I had a hard time. I was while I'm reading the intro, before the intro, all I can think about is the bang.
Ha
It was stuck in my head. And it was all I could do to keep from laughing. And then Ricky said something earlier that was just had me rolling. It was kind of funny, but anyways. How's your week been?
It's been good. Excellent. Absolutely excellent. Long and hard and aggravating, but at the end of the day, work wise, that's a good thing.
Yes.
So, yeah. How about yours?
Um, it was long. Yeah. It was I haven't had a got some things done, but not as much as I wanted to. And I still haven't raked anything outside. I got a bunch of stuff done inside, and I got a bunch of stuff done on my castle project back here that will be done. I don't know. There's some other things that I want to do to it. So
Yeah.
um yeah, other than that, I started research on another serial killer, so there'll be one of those videos along the way here shortly on the Cleveland Strangler, Anthony
Mm,
Selwell.
mm, okay.
Um, if you're wondering what's happened to a guitar story videos, I actually finished my list of 100. So if you have any suggestions or whatever, drop them on the community page on my on this YouTube channel, and we'll get it done. But yeah, I did 100 of them. There's a bunch on my old channel, and there's most of them are on the new channel. But the ones that are on my old channel, I'm not gonna redo. But yeah, I went through 100 of them. I can't believe it.
Make a request, and she'll do it. I made a request last year, and
Yeah,
yeah,
that's the Vito Brata. That's how the
yeah,
Vito Brata video came about, is because Fruitcake Tony said, "Hey, why don't you do it on Vito?" And I said, "Okay, I will."
yeah. That was good
Yeah.
too. Yeah, all of them are good, but yeah. Um,
Time for roll call. Drop a hello in the chat and where you're from. Let's shout you out, people.
all right, let's see. Brian Spalding, Hugh Caldwell, Jeff K, Lenny Lou, and Mary. Hey, ladies.
Love
Dwight
you,
the
girls.
Hitman Bailey,
Hitman in the
the
house.
champion, new video. Yes, sir. Now let's see. Martin Lamare.
Hey, Martin.
Um, let's scroll up, up.
Oh,
Sean Bierbrower. Hey, dude.
Sean,
Jeff
I made
K.
biscuits and gravy today.
If I've missed anybody, there's Guitar Hack.
Hey, Hack.
If I've missed anybody,
Hugh Caldwell's from Scotland. I
yeah,
knew he was
Hugh.
overseas, but I did
Yeah,
not know he was from
across the
Scotland.
pond.
Martin is coming from Quebec. That's kind of cool.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. Welcome, everybody. Nice to see you guys on a Saturday.
It is always
Yeah.
nice to see you guys. Always. Coming up, of course, we've got Bigfoot footage. We have a couple of alien videos that we're going to look at. And then we're going to talk tonight a little bit about Lizzie Borden, if you know who she is. I do have a question for the chat. If you grew up at the same time I did, I'm going to be 52. So I grew up watching Land of Lost. My question to you that watched that show, was Shaka a caveman or was he a Bigfoot? That's what you guys can debate in the chat today. Was Shaka a caveman or a Bigfoot?
I'll read the chat and then I'll share my view later.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to get this first Bigfoot video ready to roll here.
What is this?
I got a few of them.
Preface here.
This is, let me get my glasses. This is in Yellowstone National Park is where this video was shot. You're going to see bison that are grazing, and then you're going to see something come up behind these bison. And this is that video. Let's take a look. See, I don't know if you can see my cursor, but there's the bison right out front. Now watch the trees in the background.
Yeah. It's more than one, right?
Yeah, there is more than one. Some people are saying that it could be a family of Sasquatch. Some people are saying that those are cross-country skiers, but I can tell you, those are not cross-country skiers. You don't move like that. It would be awfully hard to be hiking there because the snow at this time is a couple of feet. So I'm not sure. I will say it makes for an interesting piece of video footage.
The guy in the lead is like he's got a limp or something.
Yeah.
And it doesn't appear that it's the classic Sasquatch style walk either.
Mm.
And maybe because the snow's deep, I don't know. But so if this guy's in the lead, I guess the ones behind him stop, right?
Yeah, I think they go back behind these trees. We'll play it again here. I think they see there's
1, 2,
there they
3,
all.
4. There's
Yep.
4. I see.
And he keeps walking, and I think they just stop somewhere behind the pines that we can't see him. What they're doing, I don't know, but yeah. Yeah, and there's a few of them. Lenny says that's a huge squatto squatch. Yeah, there's. I mean, look at that. That's crazy.
Huh.
Have you seen that one before?
Yeah, I have. Um, yeah.
All right, let me kick that out. And we'll bring up the next one. This is. Okay. Where did it go? Oh, the Oregon Sasquatch. Okay, here we go.
Or a kid in flip-flops and underwear. We think it looks like Lisa doing her Sunday morning dance. I don't know. Yeah. Lisa, were you in La Hunta on Sunday?
I know she was out of town.
Give it away. The video has.
Yeah, it's funny. All right. I'm sorry. We'll get back to the big.
It's all connected. It's all these thick woods like this. It's, you know. The problem is the best time to go out here and go nosing around is in the fall and the winter, and that's when they hunt, of course. All right, I guess we'll go back out and head down further, see how far that goes. I haven't been all the way down it yet.
Now you should go back and watch it after you've seen this analysis because it's even cooler. The dog is really, it's like watching the whole time. It's a really good dog. As it scrolls over here, you're going to see it. It's right in front, and you'll see where it is in a second here. It's behind this tree. It's kind of the lighter color tree. He spins the cam around early on, and at that point, it's kind of standing up and it's walking, and it gets caught right here. We'll zoom in so you can kind of see exactly where it is. And as you see it, it's standing up and it's looking upward. And the hair is kind of gray or glistening there. It ducks back down, puts its head and is looking right at it. You can see the coned head again because it depends if it's looking up, you don't see the cone. But now it's looking back and forth. Now the camera is spinning around, so we've had to go like frame by frame to actually get this to work. And so we've cut out all the bad parts and we've slowed it down to about 50% speed, and sometimes down to 12% speed so you can see it. It's off to the right there. Now you'll ask, are there other Sasquatch in here? There's 2 possible coned heads as well, but we're not going to show those. And so it's just behind and it's looking. And then about halfway through the piece, it picks up a fern on this spin and starts waving the fern slowly. You see the fern moving? It's waving the fern just ever so slowly. It could be seen in another Sasquatch, but now the frond is just kind of moving. Or maybe it's a branch on the tree. It's hard to tell, and it's moving ever so slowly. It's pretty dead calm. There's not a lot of movement by any other branches here, and it's locked straight on. Probably the dog. It does turn its head slightly, and you can see the brow ridge at one point, and you see now it's moved back a little bit, and you can see the gray. You can see the hair on the top of the head, kind of glistening in the sun, and the head just turned. And it's right there. It's stuck right there, and the camera's moving back and forth. It looks like there's sticks and stuff all laying around here, and it's looking, and it's still kind of just slowly doing it. He has no idea it's there. That's what's great. In fact, it's even better. He goes back to the site, films, and tries to film the thing, and films another Sasquatch on the second go round, which is truly amazing. Okay, so the frond is still going. Now we're getting near the end of the 50 or 60 seconds. It's on there. Look at see the frond going there, up and down.
You can, yeah.
And it's just going. And at one point, he actually zooms in. You can't see the eyes or anything like that, but it's good. But we're gonna uncrop it. You'll see all these are about every 4 seconds. It stands up and then ducks back down. When it flips around, you can see the arm there. and it's just there. It's a big. There's the coned head. Okay. And here, as it stands up, we're going to crop this all the way down, so it's more of a figure. But you'll see it turns its head. It's looking at the camera, and it's kind of there. You can see the hair on top of the head. Good. It stands up. The hair glistens in the sun. You can see the shoulders, the breasts, everything. Conclusions. Sasquatch is kick-ass at camouflage. I mean, to be that close and not to be seen.
Oh, yeah.
Sasquatch will methodically and very slowly wave branches, either to hide
They are
themselves or
stealthy
deflect
as fuck.
from humans, or maybe it's possibly for the dog. Could be signaling to another one. This is right near a firing range, and that's what you hear in the background. Sasquatch will settle on a private patch of woods. Remember, this is New Jersey. That is incredible.
Yeah. Oh, I'll have to highlight this. There we go. Whoops. I should put my glasses on to read that. Hey, Janice. Winnie Lou. Tell Mary she's hysterical. Look at that thing. That thing is huge. It's peeking. Yes, Jeffrey, that is a big boy right there. He is huge. Have you seen this one before, Tony?
No.
Excuse me. You're just peeking out everywhere.
Bear, is it a porcupine?
Oh no. I see an ape.
Yeah, it does look like a monkey. We'll have good video, Karen.
Yeah, that's not a porcupine.
Can't believe we saw a porcupine bear.
That really looks like a
Looking right
monkey.
at him.
I know.
Creepy.
Kinda.
I'm gonna go climb the tree.
Oh, Lord.
Okay.
That could have been worse than a bear.
Yeah, climb the tree, lady.
Yeah. There's no mouth that just opened?
Yeah.
That looks like a freaking monkey. I think it's a snow monkey.
Could be a baby Bigfoot. Don't know. Damn.
No, you can come this way.
Holy shit. Things up pretty high. That's got to be a bear. This, I wish it was clearer. Hmm.
It's all these thick woods like this. It's, you know. The problem is the best time to go out here and go nosing around is in the fall and the winter, and that's when they hunt.
It could have been a
course.
bear, Sean. I'm not saying that it couldn't have been. More than likely.
All right. I guess I haven't been through this whole area yet. I don't know how big these woods are, but they're pretty big. I've been pretty far. And, well, they're all connected. This whole part of South Jersey here, it's not the Pine Barrens, but it's almost like the Pine Barrens. It's all connected.
We know what lives in the Pine Barrens, don't we?
They're actually quite a ways away. But you know how sound carries out here where there's nothing else. All's quiet.
Well, I think
Slightest little sound goes on for a while.
I know it wasn't the porcupine, but it was the
Especially
it
black
was either
powder
a baby
guns.
black bear or
Maybe cannons.
well, big bears will climb trees. They'll chase you right up the tree.
So we take
I
a
guess
little
you
break.
never-
Relax for a little bit.
Oh.
There's the fences down that way. If you can see it. I don't think I can see it.
Huh? Right.
Just looking for any signs of life.
Yeah.
He's alive.
All right.
Other than him and me.
Oops. I'm sorry. I believe it started all over again. Yeah. Because that's the dog at the beginning. The dog has a reaction to it, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, probably was a baby bear in a tree, Sean. It's a cool shot. Regardless, it's still a pretty cool shot. But Bigfoot's climb trees too. And I don't know if next week there's actually footage of what people think is a couple of Bigfoot playing in a tree. I don't know if they're Bigfoot, but it's interesting. Anyways, moving on.
I would have thought that the dog would have alerted more than it did.
I
know.
would have thought so too. Now this next piece that we're going to look at is a piece of footage I've been looking for since we started the show, because I gotta show this clip. I found Thinker Thunker's version of it. It's something like 9 minutes long. We're gonna take a look at it. It's cool footage. You might have seen this one before.
Hey, this
I'm
is
not
Thinker
sure.
Thunker,
Hang
and
on, let me
today
push
we're
pause.
gonna.
I'm sorry, what, Tony?
Charles Green is here. Bill Murs.
Blackjack guitar.
Blackjack Guitar Nut. And Jeff Lilly is here. Nice
Yeah.
to see you guys. Yeah.
Jeffrey Lilly, I put my email address right there for you. He had a comment. That's the feeling that he got on Tom's Mountain at 3 a.m. when he walked up on want to talk about scared to death. My dad and two uncles were there. Send me an email and I'll send you a story. So you have my email and I can't wait to read it.
Cool. Yeah.
Very cool. All right. Here we go.
Take a closer look at a clip called Guy Chases a Bigfoot in the Woods.
Get in the house. Get in the house.
Yeah, this thing is great. It's like the best action-adventure Bigfoot footage out there.
It
should
pretty
be
cool.
starring Arnold Schwarzenegger, you know?
We are going to find the Bigfoot, but I bet my Bigfoot is bigger than his.
All right, I apologize for my Arnold impression and for my animation. Moving on. Okay, this guy got 3 different shots of whatever this is. The first is on the road. Hear that nice grunt?
Yeah.
Okay,
That ought to wake you
take
up.
a look and see what we've got. I wished we could have seen a full shot of this, whatever, crossing the road so we could have seen how many steps it took, but no luck there.
Like 2.
Okay, I am
Probably.
seeing massive shoulders,
Massive.
cone-shaped head, huge arms, and a big foot. Another one here. I made an outline of that. And that is essentially what this guy saw crossing in front of his house. That would be a bit alarming, wouldn't it?
If I
Oh,
saw a
and before I
green
move
cutout
on,
against a black screen, yes,
I did a video about this very thing that's happening right here. I talked about the creature, whatever, in the Patterson-Gimlin film, and how when it stepped, she stepped, it's a female in that, when she stepped, her trailing shin came up almost 90 degrees. So I want you to stand up right now, as long
Everybody,
as you're not
stand
driving,
up.
and just take a normal step and look at where your trailing shin is. It's going to be at a much lower angle. You know, we're just very efficient walkers, and having to pull your shin all the way up to 90, we just don't do that. Watch people. Nobody steps like this. There's something very odd about the mechanics of the way this beast moves. So anyway, I'll post a link and you can watch that another time. So here it goes across the road. Wow, look at that. My eye says something wrong. Something weird is going on here. Like I would expect to see a human head to be, more up in this area. This thing looks to be, whoever this is, whatever, it looks to be all neck and shoulders, and boy, those are massive shoulders, massive muscular arms, big, thick trunks down here, legs, and big foot again. And following it across. Now it's bounding off, headed for the trees. Oh, look at that. That is just amazing. Okay, I want to stop right here. I can just hear people saying, in a day with HD cameras and autofocus, this ought to be crystal clear. Well, you know what? This guy was panning his camera around fast. And autofocus isn't perfect, okay? It takes it a second to adjust. So when he's moving his camera around that much, sometimes there's just not enough time.
That's true.
Plus, I have this stretched way, way out so we could see that far back, So there's just not enough information back there to make this crystal clear. Okay, here is the next shot. The guy runs in and he stops and he sees this happening. And now we're getting some kind of primate sounding whoops, whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. That was me. and a lot of brush movement. I've got a
I don't
zoomed in
know if I
version
can
of
get
that. Let's
that
take a look
close,
at
man.
that.
I just hopefully he's zooming in with his camera and he's not like that close. That would make me nervous as hell.
And further zoomed in here, and I adjusted the exposure a little. We'll run that a time or two. So I am assuming that is what we saw crossing the road, and it's now crashing through here. And watch as it takes off. It's like it grabs brush on both sides with its hand and then just kind of drags, trying to make as much noise and racket as it can when it's running. I won't even speculate why that's happening.
Clear a path, people. Bigfoot's coming through.
And again, if this is a guy in a monkey suit, he's putting on a spectacular show. You know, he really is.
And what does this show say about people going out dressing up in monkey suits into the woods? What do we say, Tony?
Good luck.
It's a good way to get yourself killed.
There must be one massive
Somebody
guy
gonna shoot you
under there, you know.
Yeah, that's not a guy in a costume.
Just scrubbing all the way through. It seems like there's extra activity happening in here. Like it seems like this brush is moving a little longer than it should be, almost like something else is in there. You know, maybe there's more than one of whatever this is. Anyway, just an amazing shot. And then here we have the next time he caught up with it. Let's take a look at that.
I mean, look at the size of that thing.
Okay, I'm going to zoom in a little.
It's just incredible.
Scrubbing through slowly to see what we can see.
I honestly don't think that's a person in a suit.
The arms are really long.
They are really
cone-shaped
long.
head.
And those legs are about as big as my whole body.
At least it appears to be. Cone-shaped head, big, thick, heavy neck and shoulders. You know?
Yeah, the backs on that thing is
Who knows?
just
Who knows?
massive.
And it looks like that is a massive hand right there.
Yeah,
and it looks like it is
rip your head
hanging
right off.
well down below its waist. Crazy. And the last shot it got was his final shot, and we'll walk through that. And by the way, I have done my best to stabilize all this so that we can see better, you know.
You did a good job.
What's going on, but it's still shaky to a degree. Now, some would say that's a dog barking, but to me, that still sounds like
I think it's
a human, a primate sound, something whooping or kind of making a barking song, like that.
Yep.
And I'm going to zoom in on that a little.
I love the way the guy shooting the video just stayed on it.
So there's certainly no detail, nothing for us really to pick out. So I'll just let it run. And, you know, as far as the closer look goes, that's all I've got. So you guys let me know in the comments. What do you think this was? If it was a hoax, it is a really, really good one. That's all I'll say.
Yeah.
All right, thanks for watching.
And Lenny Lou says, that ain't no mitten. No. No, it wasn't. The size of that thing, Tony. Is that impressive or what?
Yeah. Now, that clip right there, I've seen the actual raw
So
clip
have I. And we went
of
back
it.
this morning to find it. and I couldn't. So I was like, I'm gonna have to show this one. But I do like the way that he breaks it down and explains it. But there is, and I searched for what he said. Guy chases Bigfoot. I searched that and I couldn't find it. I'll probably be looking for that tonight because I do want to show that one. I also want to show the Independence Day footage, and we'll probably get to that next week. And Ricky has some Bigfoot footage that he found that we're going to show next week too. But yeah, that's
Now
just,
that so you guys know what happens there. That roadway is his driveway. It's like
Yeah.
his house is back in the woods, and him and his dog run out there, and he says, "Y'all get back in the house." And he basically runs parallel with this thing the whole time.
yeah.
That thing stops and changes course back towards the road,
Yeah.
and he goes back again. But I think those noises there near the end are his dog. You hear the dog at first barking at the thing and running. He says, "Y'all get back in the house."
Yeah.
I think the dog is over there to start with, and they run that way and they come back. But yeah, I think that's what it was, and you know, yeah.
Oh, I bet it was. Well, you can hear him. You could hear his breathing on the video. He's
Well, it's pretty clear if you watch the raw clip of
Yeah.
it, you can really appreciate the whole thing is like a half a minute long, and he's
Yeah.
running.
He is
He's
running.
running, and he stops, and he runs more, and there it is again,
Yeah.
and it goes back the other way, and there
And
it
to
is
me,
again.
he has a genuine reaction to something that that was right then and there, and he had incredible wits about him to stay on it the way he did. But I believe his reaction to it, and I think that is an actual Bigfoot. I really do. Let me see what else I have. So chat was Shaka, caveman or Bigfoot? Oh shit. It's 1:45. We might not get to Lizzie Borden today. Here's a Bigfoot DNA study. Let's have a look at this. Is it gonna go?
Try and clear up an ancient mystery with the help of a prominent veterinarian who says she can prove that Bigfoot exists and that he's related to all of us. ABC's Nick Watt tracked her down.
He's elusive, almost human, a cornerstone of our mythology. And now someone is saying Harry and the Hendersons could actually be like a documentary? There's someone with a scientific background, a vet, who says Bigfoot is real and actually related to us humans.
I was a skeptic. I did not believe these things existed at all prior to this study.
She's talking analysis of Sasquatch fur. After a 5-year study, more than 100 DNA samples, Dr. Melba Ketchum believes the species developed 15,000 years ago, a hybrid cross between Homo sapiens and an unknown primate.
Nobody has ever found another type of people that are living contemporary to us. I mean, they live right under our noses, and we never even were able to get proof of this until now.
Listen, there have been innumerable sightings. Some Sasquatch hunters have even deigned to speak to Conan O'Brien.
See, I know they exist.
You know he exists, and
They
exist. There's more than one Bigfoot.
They're a species. They're like a primate.
Really? Really? He even has his own Animal
I think there's
Planet
thousands
series.
of them.
These are not just animals. These are a type of people. They don't want to be seen. They don't want to be found.
Okay, maybe it's too weird, but even the possibility, oh my goodness, I want to believe. Can you imagine if Bigfoot is actually real? For Good Morning America, Nick Watt, ABC News, New York.
Well, you never know. You know, it's too bad Rob Lowe, remember, he's here being a special guest host. Too bad he's not here because he's very excited about this Bigfoot news. He tweeted, "I have literally never been more excited."
I've actually watched that Rob Lowe series. There's episodes of that on YouTube. I forget what it's called, but him and his kids, they do go out and try to find Bigfoot. In almost every episode, Bigfoots are aliens. Now, Dwight Bailey says that Shaka was called a Pakuni, but okay, but what is a Pakuni? Is it a caveman? Is it a type of Sasquatch? Is it I mean, what was he other than, I mean, what's a Pakuni? Because he looks half human, half ape, right? Should I bring up a picture of Shaka? I don't know
Yeah.
if I don't have one loaded.
So I'll give you my answer and I'll ask a question.
Okay.
You say caveman, Bigfoot, or caveman, Bigfoot, or cave.
Right.
I say they're one and the same.
Huh. Yeah.
What's the
maybe,
difference?
Maybe. Yeah. What? I don't know.
I
don't know if
think
there is a
if
difference.
this thing, as we talked about in weeks past, if this thing is actual, and I believe it is, that it is some form of human,
No, this ain't what I want.
you know.
Stop screen. I forgot how to do this. You miss a week, you forget everything. I'm sorry. Bear with me, people. What's the chat saying about it, Tony?
Caveman was smaller.
All right, let's see if I can bring it up this way.
I mean, almost every encounter, everybody says that this thing, it had hair
What?
like a,
Evolving? Oh, Jeff K. Yeah. It could be. Huh. Oh, because I'm on Mozilla. I'm looking for the Chrome tab. And it's not going to be there. Anyways. All right. Let me see if I can just load it in here real quick. Yes, I'm with it, people. Just give me a minute. Don't start rumors that crazy old lady don't know what she's doing. Because I don't. All right, here we go. You little shit. Here he is. There's Shaka. Not much of a conical head, though, so I don't know. But you could be right, though. It could be both. I don't know. Mitch says, LOL. Not sure. Not sure what the joke is.
I don't think that the character in Land of the Lost is going to be a good depiction of either. But with
Yeah, it was just an interesting question for the chat. What the hell was Shaka? Was he a caveman or was he a Bigfoot? It's just like, what the hell were the slee stacks? Those weird ass things. What were they? Were they space aliens? Right, but were they from space? They lived in a triangle shaped cave or some shit.
I would say that this thing is more human than ape.
I think so too.
You know,
I do got some alien things we could look at quick. Well, just one. We looked at the other one earlier. This I don't know if I showed week prior or not. I may have shown this, but I'm not sure. This is a UFO crashing into the ocean in Hawaii.
Administration say there were no aircraft incidents or accidents in this area Tuesday night, but multiple witnesses report seeing a large blue object fall out of the sky and into the ocean.
Something is in the sky. What is that?
This video was taken by Misitina Sape at 8:26 Tuesday night near Haleakala Avenue in Nanakuli. Not long after, a woman named Mariah spotted the same thing passing over Princess Kahanu Estates.
And then I was like, oh, started calling my husband in because it was all in the garage. I was like, hey,
Okay, chat, what is that?
They all said, yeah.
The 38-year-old says she's never really been a believer in
Mitch
UFOs,
Heyman, what
but
the
the
hell
bright
is that?
blue object had them so intrigued they jumped in the car and started following it.
I don't know what it was. This one was going so fast.
The journey ended
You
less
walk-
than 3 miles from where it began on Farrington Highway in front of the Board of Water Supply building after the object appeared to drop into the ocean.
Oh, the going line in the water, whatever it is.
She described it as being larger than a telephone pole and says she never heard it make any sound.
We called 911 if I have like one cop or somebody for come out and come check them out.
While officers were on scene, she says they spotted a second light.
My
I'm not
husband
sure
looked
either,
up and he seen the white one coming. The white one was smaller, was coming in the same direction as the blue one.
They lost sight of the object after it passed over a nearby mountain.
I mean, it doesn't even look like a
This
firework
morning, we asked
kind.
Honolulu police if investigators figured out what fell in the water. A spokesperson told us they didn't have any information.
Maybe it didn't
Meanwhile,
fall into the
officials from
water.
the
Maybe it
FAA said
landed.
they received a report from police Tuesday night
And went
about a possible
underwater.
plane down in the area, but had no aircraft
plenty
disappear
of-
off radars and no reports of overdue or missing aircraft.
There's plenty of conspiracy theories that there are underwater alien bases in all kinds of our oceans and seas.
UFO ball.
Although Mariah's had a couple days to think about it, she says she's still baffled by what she saw.
Yeah, I
So
would
they
be
said,
too.
I don't know. If you guys can find out what it was, I'll let you know, you know what I mean?
What is
Allison
that,
Bla-
Sean Bierbauer? Oh, Brian says he saw this story on the news. Did they have a follow-up to it, Brian, ever? Or no?
Blair.
yeah, he's in Hawaii.
Kind of looks like a glider lit up, but who's going to be going out there at night? Yeah, I just thought that was kind of interesting. I've never seen it. It doesn't even look like a firework or a flare of any kind. It looks like one of those weird shaped balloons, like you know, like they would do for making balloon animals or some shit. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't a balloon. I don't know. What was it, Tony?
I don't know. It every time that there's any light in the sky or whatever, seems like we're all quick to
Yeah.
say it's a UFO and aliens are coming when there's northern lights and gases in the atmosphere that create atmospheric conditions that you can't, if you don't know, you don't know. It's unidentified, yes, but are they all aliens coming. I don't know.
I don't know either.
You know, I mean,
So for next week, here's the question to my chat. Did Lizzie Borden kill her parents? If she didn't, who do you think killed them? There's a number of possibilities. So next week, we're going to get into the Lizzie Borden case. Of course, we're going to have more good big stuff to show you, aliens and ghosts, all the unexplained, the unusual, and do I dare say it, the unimaginable. Coming up next is Show Me Your Pick with Fruitcake Tony and the live crew. We are celebrating the Grateful Dead. So get trucking on over there in about an hour. We'll see you on Fruitcake Tony's. I will be in the chat. Well, I'll be joining the panel for a little while longer than usual today. And then I'll join the chat because somebody's got to post links. Somebody's got to do it. It might as well be me. Thanks so much, everybody, for tuning in. Appreciate you being here each and every week. We love you guys. Oh, I think I see a question. Is Earth the only planet in the whole solar system with life? No. And we're not the only solar system. Certainly, you know that. Giant parachute with LEDs. Oh, okay. But like Lenny said, a parachute or a glider, who would be out there doing that at night? I don't know. The Pentagon is releasing info soon. Yeah. Same to you, Jeffrey. Thanks so much for being here with us. We hope we see you next week. Really do. Hugh says he saw a UFO over Campsie Hills in Scotland. Wow. How long ago? Did you take a picture? Thanks so much, Blackjack Guitar. I thought so too. Bye, Jeff. Sean's clapping. You got your... Give everybody a round of applause there, Tony. I don't have one of those sound effects things. Trying to last one more minute. Sundays at 9 p.m. Eastern. Check out Halenville Live with your host right there, Fruitcake Tony and Johnny Bean and Bent Tom Harhigh. And did I forget somebody? No, I don't think so. That's it, right? You, Johnny, and Tom.
Hey, Johnny and Tom, and
sometimes guests.
TBA guests. Yep. All things Van Halen.
All right. We're out of here, everybody. Thanks so much for tuning in. We will see you next time.
See you.
Bye-bye.